gold. Have you figured out our commission?
There will be no commission.
What?
No, it does not seem right to me.
A little of all this will not be missed.
I could never be satisfied with a little.
Then we'll take more. I can change the records. It's easy.
You are a fool, Mendoza. I think it will be better if we do not return to Spain at all.
You mean stay in California?
See, I'm beginning to find it most attractive.
But then what of this?
It will remain in California, too. All of it.
The Walt Disney Studio presents Zorro, starring Guy Williams.
What is the matter with you? You are at me like a flea all day. Either walk on this side of me or on this side of me. Better yet, go away.
Buenos dias, amigos.
Buenos dias, Don Diego.
Can you tell me if Senor Basilio is in the Comandante's office?
I think so. Excuse me, Don Diego.
Good morning, Capitan. Well, Your Excellency, I do hope your mood is better than his.
Then I must warn you, it is not.
The sale of the royal bonds goes badly, huh?
How could it go otherwise? There is nothing in this wretched settlement but sunshine.
Oh, you're mistaken, Senor. I think you'll find there's much wealth in Los Angeles.
The people here are ignorant, irresponsible, and shifty.
Oh, I think you'll like them better once you get to know them.
They care nothing for the mother country and her valiant wars.
Senor, be assured that my friends are all loyal to the crown, and that they will buy as many bonds as they can.
It's ridiculous to come here. A complete waste of time.
I find now, Senor, that I must agree with you.
What do you mean?
Only that I must agree with you. Your mood is no better than Capitan Mendoza's.
Oh. Well, at least I have one consolation. The Maria Fuego will be here soon to take me back to Spain.
And I am here now, Senor, to take you to the hacienda of Cornelio Esperon for luncheon.
I had forgotten about his invitation. Tell him I'm unable to come.
Well, he's expecting you.
It is hot, and I'm tired.
Senor, you make it very difficult for us to be loyal to Spain.
What?
I mean that Don Cornelio wishes to discuss the purchase of royal bonds with you.
Did he say how many?
I think it will be worth your ride to the hacienda.
Well, at least it will relieve the monotony. And besides, you know, it's my duty to go. I will forget about the heat. My own comfort is of no importance when I'm conducting business for the crown. Well, Spain will triumph, but her colonies must remain loyal. They must purchase the royal bonds.
We will gladly purchase them, Senor, if we believe the king needs our support and will appreciate it.
We are loyal to Spain, Senor, which is more than can be said for some of her other colonies.
You must understand us. Los Angeles is still very young.
Oh, but her heart is proud and filled with eager hopes and dreams.
This is a new world.
And a beautiful one.
Well, you have convinced me. I must say there is beauty here. This silver, this hacienda, this charming senorita at my side, the tone of this empty glass.
Forgive me, Senor. The tone of the empty glass may be sweet, but I think you would find it more stimulating to have a full one.
Well put, Don Cornelio. You know, I must say that this hacienda of yours is an oasis in an otherwise dreary desert.
You would find others, Senor, if you would examine the desert more closely.
It is hard to find the better things in life when one does not look beyond the end of one's nose.
Let me propose a toast. To the emissary of our king, may he return to Spain with the report that California is a place of beauty, loyalty, and generosity. Tomorrow, Senor Basilio, I shall deliver to your office 2,000 pesos for the purchase of royal bonds.
Well, that's more than generous, Don Cornelio.
And now, may I show you the gardens?
A pleasure.
Then you will excuse me.
Oh, but the flowers would lose all their fragrance without you at my side.
As you wish.
This way, senor.
He is an arrogant jackass, isn't he?
You insult the jackass.
I do believe he's beginning to change his mind about us, however.
Yes, but the mention of pesos has changed the minds of many. Do not trust him, Diego.
I might trust him, but I think Senor Zorro will keep an eye on him nevertheless.
And this is only the beginning. I must confess I'm astounded.
The Angelinos are very generous.
Yes, and not only that, in the last week I've seen such beautiful haciendas, such gracious living, such charming senoritas.
I have noticed them too, Excellency.
Yes, the home of Don Cornelio, for instance, would put many in Madrid to shame.
It is Don Alejandro and Don Diego, Your Excellency.
Ah, Senor de la Vega and Diego.
Excellency?
Senor, this is from the Hacienda de la Vega for the crown, and I would like the receipt for it, por favor.
You're more than generous, Senor. Make out the bond immediately.
The sum is 2,500 pesos.
And a few extra centavos. The servants also wanted to contribute.
The king will be touched. And let me say, Don Alejandro, that I have changed my mind completely about your charming pueblo of Los Angeles. My first impression was entirely mistaken.
This is good to hear, senor.
Yes. As a matter of fact, if I had a little fortune, I might be tempted to return here someday, buy a small hacienda, and retire. But I'm only a poor nobleman serving his king.
Our California sun seems to have worked wonders with His Excellency.
Yes, it has.
Yes, senor.
Gracias. Diego, we must go.
And muchas gracias in the name of the king.
It's been a pleasure, Excellency.
Adios. And this is still only a beginning.
See. But must all of it go for a cause that may be hopeless anyhow?
What?
Well, I was just remembering 2 years ago in Peru, Excellency, the taxes you collected and brought back.
Are you insinuating that I stole from the king?
No, Excellency, no.
Still, there is nothing wrong with taking a small commission for a job well done. We must wait and see how this grows.
Your Excellency,
See?
a message. Maria Fuego has returned from Monterrey and is in San Pedro Harbor. Capitan Arenas asked that you be ready to sail tomorrow evening.
See?
So we go back to Spain, back to the wharf.
See?
Beautiful. All this gold. Have you figured out our commission?
There will be no commission.
What?
No, it does not seem right to me.
A little of all this will not be missed.
I could never be satisfied with a little.
Then we'll take more. I can change the records. It's easy.
You are a fool, Mendoza. I think it will be better if we do not return to Spain at all.
You mean stay in California?
See, I'm beginning to find it most attractive.
But then what of this?
It will remain in California, too. All of it.
Buenos dias, senor.
Buenos dias.
Senor Basilio, I was surprised to hear that you decided to stay in Los Angeles. Your opinion of us has changed?
Well, I had no choice. I received a letter from the king instructing me to stay as long as I thought my presence needed.
I see.
My duty was clear. Oh, by the way, I'm thinking of purchasing one of your haciendas. Naturally, I'd be interested only in the best.
Naturally.
If you happen to hear of any for sale, would you let me know?
Of course.
Thank you.
This is very interesting, Bernardo. The only ship to reach San Pedro in the last 2 weeks came from Monterrey, not from Spain. Yet he said he's had a message from the king. See, suddenly His Excellency has become a man of wealth. Keep your eyes open. I'll be back shortly.
You have followed my instructions well.
Gracias. But I still do not quite understand how the...
I will show you. But first, bring that pitcher and a little gunpowder. The other chests have been taken care of?
See, they are all ready.
Good. Now, first, pour the water in there, and I will put a little gunpowder here. Now, this will be loaded on the ship as one of the treasure chests. After the ship has sailed, the result is inevitable. Any good-sized wave of a rolling sea will have this effect. Oh, excuse me. And the water will pour into the little gourd. At the next roll of the ship, a little more water will pour into the gourd. Now, the gourd will get heavier, and the weight will pull on the cord, which in turn will pull back the trigger of the pistol. Now, the weight of just a little more water and... Ha! Ingenious, eh? Yes, it will be quite an explosion. Of course, that other half of the chest will be filled with gunpowder, and the other chests will be crammed with it. It will be quite an explosion. Yes, I'm very much afraid the Maria Fuego will be lost at sea. And so will the treasure for which I've worked so hard to send our king. Clean that up, will you, Capitan? The process, I fear, is somewhat untidy. But I believe there is no danger of anyone getting wet. Until after the explosion, that is.
Hurry, but be very careful.
You clumsy idiot! See, Excellency. You clumsy idiot!
Now hurry with those chests. But carefully, or I'll have you flogged.
You said there were 3 chests, I believe.
Si, Capitan.
Well, I will make my departure. I would like to be in San Pedro ahead for last-minute preparations.
Of course. My prayers go with you for a safe journey, free from storms and pirates.
Gracias.
Oh, you will note, Capitan Arenas, that all 3 chests are sealed with the Crown's golden seal.
You heard what His Excellency said. Be careful.
Under no conditions are they to be opened by anyone, except the Viceroy in Madrid.
See. A commendable precaution, Excellency. I wanted to wish Capitan Arenas bon voyage. Gracias, senor.
Capitan Mendoza, you have instructed the driver to proceed with caution.
Si, Excellency.
After all, there are many delicate pieces of jewelry and silver. We would not want to have their beauty marred in transit.
Si.
Senor Basilio. My congratulations. Spain will be grateful to you.
and to the generous people of Los Angeles. You will excuse me now, senor. I'm very busy.
Of course. You're speaking too quickly. The chest for the treasure, see. 6. 6. Well, only 3 chests were taken out. They wouldn't dare send back empty chests. They couldn't have collected enough to fill 6. Supposing we pay a call on Senor Basilio in his office. Exactly.
I would like to see His Excellency.
You left just a moment ago, Senor de la Vega.
May I wait for him in here?
Well,
It's lots cooler inside.
very well, senor. What is that? Looks easy enough. Harder than it looks.
His Excellency may be gone for some time. I think I'll return later.
I'll tell His Excellency you were here, senor.
You needn't bother. Gracias.
message, sir, from San Pedro.
Gracias. From Capitan Arenas.
What does he say?
Oh, merely a note to inform us that the Maria Fuego will sail on schedule and that the treasure for the king is safely on board.
I wonder how long before she'll head into a rolling sea. Kaboom!
There is no need to be crude, Mendoza. Come. Help me.
I remember how it all glittered last night in the flickering light. It was magnificent.
Cornelio Esperon, it is my duty to arrest you for trading with the enemy, for smuggling illegal merchandise, and for high treason to His Majesty the King. If you testify that Don Cornelio's treasonable acts are common practice, you will hang.
If anyone moves, Senor Basilio dies.
Next week, Zorro invites you to share the thrills as he exposes the mad tyrant.
Out of the night, when the full moon is bright, comes a horseman known as Zorro. This bold renegade carves a Z with his blade, a Z that stands for Zorro. Zorro, Zorro, who makes the sign of the Z. Zorro!